Cheatcode Marc, 3-ball money started off. Cheatcode, fake it, teardrop, fake it. ADC 5-4, and he took it right back there. Double team, back over, Cheatcode, 3-ball in the air. To the right, left hand. Dude, teardrop behind him.
SwayReporting Live one-on-one series, one-on-one sit-downs. Thank you for tuning in to another installment. Thank you for watching. Last episode showcasing E4T, upcoming basketball tournament out of Williamsburg. Shout out to them. Nice. But, you know, we got another esteemed guest. Like I said last episode and the episodes before, every guest I have is special.
Appreciate you.
And today we have none other than Cheatcode himself.
My God, appreciate you having me, bro.
Of course. Thank you for taking my platform and being here and expressing your story. We have a connection here. The first time I saw you, I think you hit me up one time during the early part of Gertz Park scene.
Yeah.
And was like, yo, like, you should pull up to the game. Like, record this one.
Right. Yeah. I remember
And I look at it as, because I remember it was me and my cameraman Matt, and we was just like, I looked at the phone, I'm like, it's going to take a day out of editing. But, you know, if a player say pull up, you can't really deny that. And I think up to that point I had seen 1 or 2 games from you guys. And I'm like, all right, cool. I see the type of player he is. Let's see what he working with. And you immediately, you know, one of the first few people in Gertz that gravitated towards me, showed me love. And I just want to say thank you for that before we even get on.
Bro. No problem.
So Cheatcode.
What's up?
What you been doing? Like, just talk to the people. What's been going on with your life lately? You know, just recent things. How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Can't complain. I'm working every day at my gym, Hudson Guild. It's a nonprofit, so I'm the recreational supervisor over there. And I'm just basically in a position where I oversee the gym. And, you know, I'm the mentor to a lot of the kids that come through that neighborhood. Obviously, you know, kids love basketball, but it's a recreational center, so it's for everybody. But I just try my best to be there, be able to listen to them, give them advice, you know what I'm saying, whether, you know, it's family stuff, school stuff, basketball stuff. I feel like God placed me there for a reason. So that's what I'm doing every day, man. I'm there every day, Monday through Friday, all day, just, you know, in a blessed space where I could be myself and do what I love and get paid for it.
Okay. So there's some things you said I'll definitely get down the line. I already did my little research, but
Okay.
let's start from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Everybody know you as Cheatcode Marc right now,
Yeah.
right? Rightfully so.
Yeah.
We'll get into the makings of that name, Cheatcode, but I want to start first off with what, like, I've done my research on it. I've seen that you didn't play high school ball at all.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So talk to me. So I know you as a 3-point marksman,
Right.
somebody that handles the rock,
Right.
somebody that's been doing this a long time,
Yeah.
at the highest level he can possibly do it,
Right.
and continuing to do so. So when I hear that a player like you doesn't play high school ball, where I think guards most likely get to know what type of player they are starting out in high school.
Right.
So tell me, what happened in high school? Why wasn't you in, you know, AA championships, AA this, single A? Like, why wasn't you in that scene?
So yeah, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I've told the story a lot, and every time I tell the story, I kind of it's still surreal to myself. But I never really played basketball. Was never my dream when I was like a kid. I just played it because, you know, I was in the park. My older brother was in the park. He used to have to, you know, when you got an older brother, you just want to go wherever he go.
Facts.
So I'm sure he was annoyed dragging me around, but I was just in the park every day. It's my neighborhood with my friends, and we would just play in the park. It never was I want to go to the NBA or I want to go to college. So I always played it, but until I got to, I would say 19 years old, so that's probably like my first year, like, you know, really taking it serious. I never have even played with a referee before. Yeah, it's crazy. So in high school, I was just a regular average kid. You know what I'm saying? I went to FDR High School. It's in Bensonhurst. A lot of
yeah. 6.
Yeah. So, you know, it's not really a basketball school.
Copy.
It was like an hour and 20 minutes away from my crib. My mom always wanted to keep me away from my neighborhood.
Oh, damn.
So I never went to my hood junior high school. I never went to my hood high school, which is South Shore. So I was always away. So I had to I feel like that started the trend. I always had to, make new friends that was outside of my environment. So it was a blessing, actually. But yeah, I just went through high school, and my friends from high school, they're gonna watch this. They're gonna be like, it's really crazy, because they hit me up now and like, yo, you really never played.
Like, wait, so I just want to get a calm distinction. By never played, you mean never played organizationally,
never,
or just
never played organized.
You played in the streets though.
I played in the gyms, in the park, 3-on-3, 4-on-4 in the park,
But no
with your
organized
friends.
competition.
But I wasn't on no team. I didn't know how to do no zone. I didn't know none of that. I just played basketball in my hood. That's it. And I never had nobody that was pushing me to do it. Because my brother, he played, but it was just for fun. You know what I'm saying? So I never had no one saying, yo, Marcus, you should try it. I just kind of like gravitated to it. It was kind of like crazy. I finished high school. This is after me not playing a single game of varsity, never, ever.
That's really crazy to me.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But even after high school, I'm not thinking I want to play basketball. So now, once you got to high school, your mom says you either got to get a job or go to college. That was the two choices that my mom gave me. Or the third choice was get out. So you got to do something with your life. So, I was a spoiled kid. I'm like, nah, I don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pops held me down. So I'm like, I'm going to go to school. Even though I hated school. I just didn't want to get up and go to work every day. But
that was a lot of us.
Right. So I ended up going to a school called City Tech. It's a D3 in downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, definitely.
And
City Tech. Yeah,
so I'm taking my classes or whatever, and being that I'm commuting, you don't want to have class and then go back home on a bus and then come back to class the next day. So I will always just stay at school the whole day. So I used to sort of just end up going to the gym in between classes. And one day I'm just in the gym. We have open gym, you know what I'm saying? And the assistant coach comes in and he's like, yo, all you guys should come try out next week, da-da-da. We got trials for the basketball team. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to try out, you know what I'm saying? I never thought I was trash. I just, never took it serious.
Put the work into okay.
But I was trash. I'm just going to keep it a stack. That's another reason why I didn't play in high school. I was not good. Like, any of my childhood friends will tell you, I was trash. But, so I end up making the team. Right? So, never got in, though. I was like the 10th, 11th man. I was mad short. You know what I'm saying? Slow. Never had no experience. You know what I'm saying? But I could shoot, though. You know what I'm saying? I could shoot. So I remember one day it was a jamboree, and we was on the layup line, and a couple of my friends came, and that was my time to shine, was the layup line, because I knew I wasn't gonna get in.
So you got to show, you know what I'm saying?
But I was hitting my shots. You know what I'm saying? So everybody seen me hit my shots, and as I'm hitting my shots, my boys is hyping me up, so people start looking.
Everybody like, oh, who this?
Right, but I'm hyped because I'm like, yeah, I'm hitting my shots, but then I'm like, damn, I ain't even gonna get in.
Yeah, I can't even show the people.
Right, I end up not getting in. Right,
okay.
But I seen this guy named Tippy, and this guy Tippy was, if y'all don't know, Tippy is the GOAT. Like he's changed and impacted so many lives in New York City, all over the world. White dude, old white dude. You probably see him around. Okay. If you see him, you'll be like, oh, that's Tippy. If not, I'm gonna introduce you one day. So yeah, this guy, he's like the guru of, getting kids chances to go to college, and opportunities to better their lives for free. Never ask for a dime from no one. So this guy was, he's world famous. Anybody you ever interview in New York City, I guarantee you they know Tippy. All right, so when I was young, I used to go to these fun sport events with Ricky Rivers. Shout out to Ricky Rivers. But I used to do the table or, mop, because I was trying to just make some side money with my uncle. And this white dude used to always be in the corner, like just taking notes. Yeah, and I'm like, who is this guy? My uncle used to be like, yo, that's Tippy. You don't know Tippy? And I'm like, nah, because, I never played basketball like that. So I didn't know nobody named Tippy. So I'm like, this old white guy, look kind of weird. He's got a hearing aid. He's legally deaf. That's another crazy part. It's crazy.
Sheesh.
Yeah, so I know of this guy now at this point. So I hit him up on Facebook. And, I'm like, at this I added him on Facebook, and he added me back. I was surprised. At this point, I'm like, oh, shit, Tippy added me back.
Yeah, he know me or
but
something.
Tippy adds everybody back. But at this time, I'm so naive, I don't really know what's going on. So Bong, I sent him a message like, yo, this is Marcus. I go to City Tech, blah, 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 blah. He reads my shit and don't reply for mad long. Like, I'm like, all right, well, fuck it then. You know, it is what it is. Like, yeah, it is whatever. Now, fast forward maybe like 2 months, I get a random message. This is from Facebook. This is back when the message used to come up on the bottom of the computer, right? So I get a message from Facebook. Everybody know Tippy profile got an orange basketball.
I'm weak.
So when I seen the orange basketball, I said, oh, shit.
Spalding.
Right.
Wilson.
It's like
something to call it.
It's crazy. I'm like, yo, Tippy hit me back. So I opened the message, and he's like, still want to do those drills, still want to get better, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just shocked at this point, like, wow. Like, Tippy actually hit me back. So fast forward, he tells me to come to a gym that he does workouts, and he does workouts all over New York City at this point.
Okay.
So I wound up going to the gym with him. It was at a hospital in Brooklyn, actually. It was a psychiatric hospital, but they had a gym in there, and that's when he used to hold his workouts at. So I go in there, I introduce myself. Now, anybody that ever been to Tippy workouts, there's like the good players, and then there's the players that just, you know, in there. Now, this is the thing. Tippy never turns anybody down. If you want to come work out, Tippy will let you work out no matter how bad you are.
Because at the end, work is work.
Right, because he's just a great soul. I mean, we could really have a whole special on how much of a GOAT Tippy is, bro. But, so yeah, I introduced myself in the workouts. He's like, all right, yeah. Puts me with the bums, right? So I'm like, damn, son, like, you know, I'm tight, wasting my time, came all the way over here. He put me with the bums. So now at the end of the workout, it's 3-on-3 now. So it's 9 players that get to play in this 3-on-3. So it's 3 on the side, 3 people play defense, 3 people on offense. So if you score, you got to take the ball to half court. The next team is coming on while you taking it to half court. Tippy puts me in the 9. So I'm like, oh, shit.
Okay.
Right? He puts me in the 9. So I tell you no lie, I did not miss that day. I did not miss.
Didn't get off the court?
I think I might have lost a game, but I didn't miss, though. And it was loud, right? So at this point, I'm shocking myself, like, oh, shit.
This is me.
Right. So, you know, I talked to Tippy after, and after that workout, that's when Tip was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna work with you.
Okay, so let's continue on with the story. So you went from City Tech. I also did. What about where did you graduated from Robert Wesleyan College? Correct?
Yeah.
So what was the transition from City Tech to there?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna sum it up, make it as fast as I can.
Okay.
So now I'm with Tippy working out every day. Literally, I don't have no schools at this point because he's like, yo, you got to get out of City Tech. Like, that's not it. If you want to be a pro, City Tech is not it. So I'm like, cool, I'm out of there. So now I'm not playing on the basketball team. I'm just taking classes, right? Spring semester, I'm just taking classes. I'm working out with Tippy every single day. So he has a gym in Queens and a gym in the Bronx. I'm traveling to wherever he's at. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he's in Queens. Tuesday, Thursday, he's in the Bronx. I'll never forget the schedule because I did it every day for 4 years. I'm traveling to him. He's working because he's like a manager at a YMCA's, both of them.
Okay.
He's connected. Yeah. He's rich. He never got to work another day in his life. So I'm there. I'm following. I'm working out, working on my craft every day. And this is when like I start meeting people through the basketball world because it's like, who is this kid that's always with Tippy? But I wasn't good yet. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't good. Grinding. I was just grinding. My work ethic was sickening, bro. Humbly speaking. It was
now,
making.
You have to talk about that because people don't really.
Bro, when I tell you I would leave my crib at 6 a.m, I wouldn't get home till 11 o'clock at night. Every single day. For me traveling to the Bronx, I would work out in the morning, eat, work out again, wait for Tippy to get off work, and then we would have like games throughout the, you know, how to
get
evening, yeah. So wherever he had games, he had his unlimited team. I was the 10th man on that team too. Never got in really. But I was just nipping at the biz like my time gonna come. So bang, City Tech happens. As this time comes, Tippy does exposure events. So he has like hundreds of colleges come to his arena, his gym, and they just basically recruit. So Tippy's preparing me for this day, right? This day comes, I don't get no schools. So at this point, I'm like, yo, I did all this working out, and I don't get no offers, nothing. But I'm so naive, I don't realize how bad I am. I'm just thinking like, I'm nice. Like in my head, I'm thinking I'm nice. So I remember Fab said a line, you can't spell believe without a line in the middle. That shit never left my life, right? Because I always believed I was nice even when I wasn't. So then when now when I'm, reaping the benefits of it, I'm humble enough to take the positive that comes with it. I don't got to be cocky because I believed it already. So it's not surprising to me. I don't got to be an asshole about it. This is how I felt in my core of myself for years anyway. So now that I have it in front of me and I got a little bit of a name and people know me, I can handle it with, as a professional. But yeah, anyway, so now the exposure event happens. I don't get no schools. He's like, yo, I'm going to send you to Cali. So I go to Cali.
Nah, this man is connected.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. Tippy could call a school right now and get a kid a scholarship right now, off his word. That's no lie. Ask 10 people to tell you the same. He'll make a call right now, get you a school. So bang. Long story short, he gets me and my mans to Cali. Now when we go out to Cali, we don't have a school. We have to go out there, and the guy that he's connecting me with is gonna bring me 2 schools to try out. Right. So. Everybody in my hood in Brooklyn, it's like, yo, Marcus going to Cali. He must really be nice. You know what I'm saying? Because they see me playing with Tip.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they don't really get to see me because now I don't even get to come around the park no more because I'm with Tip all the time. So I go to Cali. I'm in a crib. The guy that I'm connected with out there brings me to a school. I wind up trying out for a school. I make a team, right? So now I'm on a team in California. This is the first time I've ever been out of New York. I'm in Cali by myself. No parents, nobody, right? My boy that I wound up going out there with got a shorty pregnant in New York and left. So I'm by myself at this point, right? So first year out there is planned for me to redshirt because I had just played at City Tech. So I had to redshirt this next year, right? They gave me a fake address. I hope I'm not getting nobody in trouble right now, but fuck it, it's already done. They gave me a fake address and said that I lived in California for 1 year and 1 day. You gotta be in Cali for 366 days for you to be able to get in-state tuition. As soon as I got out there, they gave me in-state tuition. Right? Shit wound up
Allegedly.
Right. Wound up getting caught though.
Word.
The school winds up getting caught. Thankfully, they didn't kick me out of school, but they charged me for the full-time out-of-state tuition. So now that semester was $2,500 that I just didn't have.
Facts.
Right? Because in California, school is so cheap. It's like $300 for 12 credits. But they hit me with $2,500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So my first year out there, I'm hit with that. The next year, I don't know no better. I'm like, if I go to a different school, I'm going to be able to not have to pay that bill. At this point, I done gained friends from living in Cali for a year. The females love the New York accent. I'm doing my thing. I'm meeting friends that's still my best friends to this day.
Brooklyn is where, hey,
You
I'm
feel
telling
me?
you, just being from Brooklyn is, yeah.
Just being from Brooklyn, you can make it
Continue.
anywhere. So now my second year out in Cali, I go through the process. I'm on a team, LA Valley. And I don't tell the coach about the bill because I'm like, if I can get away with it, I'm going to get away with it. First day of official practice comes. They have to put everybody's name through a tracer. My name comes up. You got a bill. So, bang, this is the second year I can't even play.
So you really never really...
It get crazier. Sway. So I go through that whole second year of just going to school. So that's 2 years in Cali, never played. Not one game. So, bang, I come home now, and I'm like, yo, Tip, it's over, bro. Like, this shit in Cali ain't working. I got a bill. You know what I'm saying? It's over. My dream is over. This is like heartbreak after heartbreak after heartbreak. At this point, it's basketball or nothing for me. So City Tech, I didn't play. First year in LA, I didn't play. Second year in LA, I didn't play. Now I come home. Back to Tippy again. Back to the drawing board, working out. It's the summertime. Tip got more exposure events coming for more coaches. Bang. I finally do my thing. I get a school. It's called TC3, upstate New York. The assistant coach comes to watch me. He's like, yo, we want you, da-da-da. This is probably like June, July. I haven't spoke to the dude for probably a month now, Sway. So I'm like, yo, Tip, he not hitting me back. Like, what's up? He hits me back 3 days before school's supposed to start and says, yo, the head coach recruited over you, and there's no more dorms, but I can help you get into a school in a conference.
So, damn.
Right. So this is now going into my third year not playing. technically my fourth because the City Tech didn't really count.
Because I
Right?
was gonna say it count, but it didn't because you didn't. All right.
Exactly. So now I'm like, yo, Tip, I don't got no school to go to. Now fall's coming. Everybody's going away to school. I don't have no school.
And these years are passing by.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, Tip, what's up? Like, it's always something. So I'm devastated at this point. So now Tip's like, yo, don't give up. Don't give up. Tip never let me give up. So now I'm working out the whole fall. I'm not in school, Sway. I'm not in school. One day we at the YMCA in Queens. I'll never forget it. He had one school come to the YMCA to watch players, right? I don't even want to go to this school. Like, I'm not even thinking anything about this school. I'm like, oh, whatever, man. I'm going to just come because Tippy tell me to come.
Or
The second day, Sway, I did not miss. I didn't miss, bro. Right? The coach is from Monroe Community College, a JUCO, upstate New York, in Rochester. Coach comes up to me and says, yo, I'm offering you right now. You leaving next month to go to school in January for the spring semester. You're going to redshirt and you're going to play the next year. I'm like, wow, it finally happened.
I said, wow.
Right. So, bong, fast forward, I go to school. I'm in Monroe. I redshirt that spring semester. Now the second semester's coming up. My sophomore year is technically my sophomore year. After all of that, it's my sophomore year. I'm finally playing. So, everything goes fine. Guess what happens? First day of official practice, the tracer comes up again from Cali. The bill from Cali.
Because we never
Never
slid
paid
that
it.
under the
Right,
rug.
slid it
and
under the rug. But this is how much of a goat Tippy is. And I don't even like putting this out there. But
Hey, man, to your discretion, homie.
my coach hit up Tip like, yo, see what he hit me up and said, yo, see what Tippy could do. I hit Tippy up. Tippy said, I got you. Let me know where I gotta send it to. Swear, I tell you no lie. Bill was paid. I was cleared the next day.
But didn't he know about that bill from the? Oh, I see. Okay.
The thing is, I kind of hit it from Tip too, cause it's like I didn't want to I felt like I was disappointing him. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me to go out there and be legit in LA, but I always was try to find a fast way out. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why I did that, the reason why I did the in-state tuition is because now when I get a refund, that money go to me. So that's just me being immature and naive.
Trying to have a bag.
Right, trying to get over. Right? Because I'm in LA from New York by myself. I get a $2,000 refund. It's lit. I'm going to Hollywood. I'm turning up. You feel me? So it come back to bite me all of these times. So, anyway, long story short, Tippy handles that for me. So now I'm cleared. Finally, I get to play basketball. And through that year, it was so many ups and downs. I wound up only playing 10 minutes a game. Right? So this is, imagine, I'm there the year before, and everybody's loving my game. You know, next year, Marc, is going to be a year. And then I play 10 minutes a game, Sway.
What does that do to your confidence, though? Like
You
I
know-
know at some point, like, because you were saying in the beginning that you considered yourself trash, but at some point you started to get confidence, and then you were getting offers, so things started to add up. But when things like that you just got a big break,
Right.
and then it seems like it's about to come crushing down again. Like, what does that do to your psyche this whole time?
When I tell
through
you,
those
Sway,
years?
I hit rock bottom so many times, but my belief was always, I'm going to get out of this. Always. Like, no matter what, I was like, all right, fuck it. Next obstacle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to beat this. Always felt like that my whole life, bro. In everything.
Where did that come from? Is that something parents instilled, religious belief, anything like that? Like, where does that come from as you were going through this journey?
It honestly came from Tippy. Tippy was the first adult besides my grandmother to believe in me as far as basketball. The first person ever. Nobody else believed in me like how Tip did, bro. So a lot of my story was I didn't want to let him down. And then throughout that, I meet other coaches like Fogel, RIP, Adrian. And I just wanted to make them proud, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it really was Tippy. So I owe a lot. He saved my life. And everybody know that. Let me tell you this, one more thing, not to get off topic.
Nah, you good, bro.
This
is your story. Don't ever forget it.
Right. So listen to this though. Wait, let me finish the story first. So my sophomore year happens. I finished my JUCO year. So at this point, I have to go to a 4-year school. So I graduate, and I don't got no offers. back again. I don't got no offers, bro, because like I said, I only played 10 minutes a game. And I was literally brought on the court to when teams play zone because I was the best shooter in the conference.
So shoot them out the zone.
Right. But, you know, it's New York, so a lot of teams don't play zone. They get out the mud, they man. And that conference was a lot of New York City kids, which is going to be man-to-man defense, right? So, but my percentages was great. That's what saved me. My percentages were great. So I got a girlfriend at this time in Rochester, right? So at this point, I'm so in love. I'm like, yo, I don't want to leave her. Because she was fire. You feel me? She's fire, right?
She's fire.
She's fire. So I'm like, I can't leave her. I can't fumble the bag. So I'm like, I got to figure out a way to get a 4-year school and stay close to her. There was one Division II school in Rochester, which is Roberts Wesleyan, right? So I knew that me going D3 would basically be into my pro dreams. Because it's very hard to go pro out of a D3. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's very hard.
Chances are low.
But I knew if I go Division II and turn up that I had a chance. So I did my homework. I realized that it's one Division II, and the assistant coach went overseas. So you already know I'm plotting. I'm from the hood, so I'm plotting. I'm like, okay, if I go over there, you know, maybe he could put the word in. They wouldn't even recruit me. I literally had to go over there and try out. I had to go up to the D2 and try out. So when I went to the D2 and tried out, this is the crazy part. I was off. I was missing everything, but I was playing defense. I was vocal. I was in shape. I wasn't turning the ball over. And after the workout, after the little open gym, the coach said, "We want you." And I was shocked. I'm like, damn, but I wasn't really hitting shots. He said, "You shot 46%, 48% from the three-point line. We already know you could shoot."
Word.
We already know you could shoot. We didn't know you could do any of this other shit. So I'm like, wow. So I wound up getting the letter of intent. He wanted me to sign right there. I waited until the semester was over and went back home. I signed it with Tippy. Tippy had to be there for me to sign it. I wasn't signing it without Tippy. I'll send you the picture. It's me and Tippy signing the letter of intent, 2014 maybe. Signed my letter of intent to go to Roberts. So I go to Roberts, junior year. I had a pretty good junior year. This is our first year becoming NCAA Division II. The first year. So, and there was no urbanized kids in that city, in that school. So, like, I was basically the only hood nigga in the school, bro. There's a lot of white people, Asians, you know what I'm saying? Like, I brought a different culture to it. And that made them love me, and it wound up helping me. Because I was never a student. I was an athlete student. I was never a student athlete. You feel me? So
That's
now,
a nice twist on things.
going into my senior year, Sway, I was the type like, I was a C's get degrees type of dude. Whatever I got to do to stay eligible to play, that's what I was going to do.
I don't blame you.
Right? So my senior year, I wound up getting caught cheating on a test.
Sheesh.
And this is my third time. It's embarrassing. I smack myself about it all the time. This is my third time, Sway. I got caught, the integrity committee, that's what they call it. They suspended me my whole first half of my senior year. Yeah.
What the hell, man?
I know. Actually, they kicked me out. And my coach had to like really be on some Johnny Cochran shit to get me back in there.
Yeah.
Like he really went through hell, went through all the meetings with me. They said, all right, you could come back, but you suspended first semester and you still got to get a 2.0, but you got an F in that class you got caught cheating in. That's the first time I was ever a student athlete. I got A's in everything just to make sure I got a 2.0 because that F made, you know that shit drops.
Yeah.
So bang, I get eligible. I come back. Long story short, I break the record for threes in a game.
How much was that? 13, 15?
Nah, it was only 10. It was only 10.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, it was only 10. And I broke the record, and that game actually ended up being the game that I sent to my overseas coach. My overseas coach reached out to my coach that, remember I told you, went overseas and played for him. My assistant coach backed me, and I got my first contract after my senior year, just like that, bro. After all of that.
So, okay, that was a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Nah, but that story is the epitome of never give up. The epitome of you have to stay true to yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you.
That's a fact.
But shout out Coach Tippy because now,
man,
now I have a newfound respect for a man that I've never met yet.
Right.
So
yeah, man.
Let's tailor the conversation forward, right?
All
so
right.
we got Robert Wesleyan. and you referenced the contract. Were you referencing overseas contract?
Yeah, overseas.
So tell me, I believe it was England, United
Yeah,
Kingdom
it was
over
England.
there.
Yep.
So what was that like? I believe you spent 2 years over there?
Yeah, I spent 2 years. My boy did his research. So yeah,
I'm sorry, man.
I spent
got
2
to.
years over there. I remember the first day I got the contract. I was in the gym with Tip, and they were sending me the emails, and they're like 6 hours ahead. I think maybe 5 or 6 hours. So I'm sitting there stopping my workout because I don't want to have them send me a workout and I take 3 hours to respond type shit. You know, I wanted to be professional. So I'm like in between every drill, I'm checking my phone. So I finally he's like, yo, we gonna offer you. Bond. He sends it over. I show Tip. Tip's like, yeah. I don't have no agent at this time, so the only person I have
Consultant.
is Tip. So Tip's like, yeah, take it. We out. So I didn't even finish the workout that day. I'm just happy. So I signed. I probably left like, a month and a half later. And when I first talked to the coach on the phone, he said, I see you can shoot the ball, but can you handle the ball? Like, can you play point guard? At Monroe and at Roberts, I was off the ball. I had never been the ball handler. I never played point.
You were a catch and shoot guy.
Right. So I'm like, yeah. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, shit.
You gotta learn
Like, I'm going to get
new.
over there. That nigga going to send me home. Right? So when I tell you I worked on my handle every day, like, I really used to be bad at – I really used to be a bad basketball player, Sway.
Hey, man, I'm not a basketball player. Just as a fact.
And I'm just saying, like, this is why when I talk to my kids now that I have – not my kids, but the kids that I train –
Okay.
I tell them, like, it's never you're never too bad as a basketball player, because I really came from nothing. I didn't have no coach telling me how to do this, how to do that. I just got to a point where I was gonna be like, I'm gonna outwork every person I could ever play basketball. That was what I was gonna do. I was gonna work on my game. I wasn't born with anything. Whatever you see me right now, I grinded for it. I wasn't fast. I'm not tall. I can't jump out the gym. None of that. I had to work for it, right? So once he told me he needed me to play the one over there, everything was ball handling every day. Ball handling every day. And when I got over there, it was like, I'm prepared for this. Like, I felt fulfilled, because it's like, all right, you throwing me in the fire. It's my first time playing point guard in my life. Even though I'm the height of a point guard, because of my excellent shooting ability, people put me off the ball. But this is my first time playing point guard as a pro. So I'm going into it shook, like, damn. But I'm like, I'm prepared though. I worked on this. So I hit the shit running, bro, and bro.
I have a basketball question about overseas.
Yeah.
I just wanna ask, like, how is so we look at the NBA as the cream of the crop, right? And then we look at overseas, certain leagues overseas get that respect as well.
Right.
What's the difference in intensity or basketball play that you would see from? We'll get to streetball later, but just for this question right now, like, you see how you guys play here.
Yeah.
Intensity, we talk to you, maybe the mental game, physical game, and then we exploit that. What is it like, the difference between playing overseas and then playing with, guys out here?
Well, the difference is it's a lot more pressure. I can't say I was in the highest league of all overseas. I was in the second league of England. But when you're going overseas as an American import, it's only maybe 2 of you on a team. So you're asked to do way more than a normal player would have to do. So everything you do is magnified. You're getting the best defender from every team. And honestly, the competitiveness is if it's going to be competitive everywhere. Like, everybody that's playing on a professional level, they want to win. But as far as the physicality or the IQ side of it, I feel like it's been the same everywhere that I've played. Like, the higher the level, obviously, the better the talent.
Yeah.
But the will to win and the competitiveness,
Still the same.
It never really wavered to me. Like, it was all good. It was all the same.
All right, cool. So now let's get into, how did you get into the street ball game?
So the street ball game is crazy because it all goes back to Tippy again. I've been playing with Tippy, but not getting in. So I've known of all these tournaments. But after my first year in England, this is when I'm like the best player I've ever been. I'd have 45 in England at this point. And
so at this point, do you believe this is the start of your prime, or you're in
yeah,
your prime?
yeah. At this point, I'm in my prime. Like,
Okay.
This is not Cheatcode though. I'm just Marc. I'm just Marcus at this point. So I come home, and I'm playing in West 4th. with my guy named Coach Keith, right? It's like an uncle to me. So we're playing in West 4th. It's like a lot of guys that I went to college with, and we all on the same team. And I didn't miss. It was a game. I had like 50. And that game changed my life because at that point, I'm working at Basketball City, and this is where I meet Zay Station. Zay Station's already a member of ADC. So at this time, I don't have a home. I don't have a team.
I'm telling you, your transitions, man, are great.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is what I'm saying. It's the stuff that be happening in my life, bro. That's how I know there's a God, because it couldn't be scripted. It's crazy. But anyway, so I'm working at Basketball City with Zay. Zay is like this guy. He's like played in the G League, played overseas. He got murals in Mexico. You know, he's doing his thing. So I'm like, I'm happy to be close to this guy. And Zay's like, yo, you just had 50? Like, everybody's talking about it. Once Tippy reposts something on Instagram, everybody's going to see it because everybody that plays ball in New York City is under that Tippy umbrella, right? Young or old. So everybody sees it, and now I'm starting to get followers. People started hitting me up. People are commenting on my posts like, yo, I was there. That shit was crazy. I've never met these people a day in my life, right? So
Facts.
From that game,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right, from that game, I reached out to Fridge. Like, yo, Fridge. Because I always had dreams of playing in Gersh. Because all my big homies played in Gersh.
What year is this that you're...
This is 2016.
Okay.
Going into 17. No, this is 2017 summer. Right, so I reached out to Fridge. Fridge hits me with the, I will see. Because Fridge don't know me. He's like, all right, we'll see. I'm going to see what I could do. You know, like, kind of like beat around the bush a little bit. He didn't give me a yes. He didn't give me a no.
No, but he's like,
right, because he don't know me. And I know how Fridge is now. Like, I see why. So I tell Zay, like, yo, I hit up Fridge. Like, he ain't really jacking me. So, bang, they have a game. They only got 4 or 5 players. Zay calls me like, yo, pull up. Like, yo, pull up, bro. I came. I played. I didn't, like, kill, but I made an impact. And I remember, I'll never forget it. It was like tie ball game, maybe like 13 seconds left, and Fridge gave me the ball, and I got fouled and went to the free throw line and made both free throws. I wound up winning the game. Now, I'm not going to say they went through me, but that happened. Ever since that day, I was ADC from that day. So then from ADC, from then to now, I had a family behind me because everybody on ADC is overlooked. Like, we the team that just play hard. We not that talented. And that's like basically what I am. Like, Marc is not that good. He just worked mad hard. They said the same thing about Zay. Said the same thing about Jabari. Said the same thing about Keyshawn. And that made us a family. You know what I'm saying? And Fridge is like the best leader I've ever been around. Because he going to call you out, but he believe in you more than anybody. Like, he'll put his last on you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's coming from different environments, but we're all the underdogs. You put a bunch of underdogs together, and you see our cloth going to be different, man.
Yes,
for real.
Sir. You got it on your chest.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Different cloth.
I mean, let's get into ADC, right?
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to watch you guys this past Gersh, and like you said, if from the outside looking in, you would look at the team and be like, okay, these guys aren't like uber great at one thing,
right? But
they all work hard at everything else.
For sure.
So that's why the cohesiveness is there.
Yeah.
And then they exploit their strengths.
Right.
So when it comes to ADC, just talk about the challenges of the street ball game with a team like that, because we see the Sean Bells, we see the BK Stompers.
Yeah.
You guys have, when people look at you guys, they got Cheatcode and Zay.
Right. Yeah.
How is it where it's like you feel like it's just a two-man thing, or like how to just describe your team when all they hear is those two names,
right? And
nobody else gets the proper love that they should as a team should.
The crazy thing is, when I first came to ADC, I wasn't Cheatcode Marc, the guy, the main player on the team. Like, I was still trying to fight for minutes at that point. We lost some guys due to people, moving on with their lives, people getting hurt, people just not wanting to play basketball anymore. But everybody that was on ADC, they was always better than me. You feel what I'm saying? So now the way that it's looked at, like, oh, it's only Cheatcode Marc and Zay, is disrespectful, because these guys laid the groundwork for me to even be Cheatcode. And I feel like our most valuable player is not me or Zay. Our most valuable player is Keyshawn, the tall kid with the braids who grabs every rebound and blocks every shot. Without him, we are not. Our cloth is not different. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you.
Oh yes, your big man.
Yeah,
Word,
the
word,
big man.
word.
Without him,
I didn't know his name. Thank you for telling me his name.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we need him. So, and he's 20.
He's 20?
He's 20.
Nah, get out of here.
He's 20 years old, bro.
20? I'm older than him?
Yes. Like that kid, he's a kid. So his future is super bright. So
Wow, 20 years old.
yeah, to answer your question, we love when people doubt us because it makes us come together. So when people say it's just Marc and Zay, it motivates everybody else on my team. And we had some great additions now that they not gonna be able to just say it's just Marc and Zay, bro. It's gonna be ADC is here. ADC is here. We got some sneaky pickers. I ain't gonna reveal it.
Of course.
I ain't gonna reveal it, but listen, man. And Fridge gonna be around a lot more. Fridge, he got a prep school in Kansas, and he do his he got like jobs he do in Germany as far as being an announcer. So he be going a lot. So shout out to my guy Butter, who's like the interim head coach when Fridge not around. He does a great job. He got coach of the year in Gersh before. Can't deny his work. But Fridge being here, if you ever seen ADC play with Fridge here, you see how animated he is on the sideline. You see how much passion he got. He makes us a different team.
Yeah.
Right? So him being here majority of the summer is going to make us a whole different animal as well. So because now everybody got to be locked in because he don't take no shit. Not saying Butter takes shit, but Fridge is a different animal.
Nah, yeah, different voices.
So yeah, I feel like this summer's going to be a great summer for ADC, man. Remember I told you that.
Okay, I'm not going to forget.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
record
remember
is
that.
here. So let's talk about you. The name Cheatcode.
Yeah.
Let's get that out the way.
Let's get it out the way.
So how did it come about? Why is that now your staple?
Right. So I remember a game at LES. Shout out to BG. And when this comes out, I'm gonna tag my boy Mr. Talk Spicy, is Jaden. He's he do the commentating. He be Dyke Man and all that.
Okay.
They call him the Black Splash Bros of him and Cha-Ching.
Okay, I think I've seen him.
You've seen him before.
Yeah.
So I remember one day I'm walking in the LES, and I'm with Fridge actually. ADC is in LES, and we playing the Uptown team. So as we walking in, Jaden is like, "Yo, y'all crazy. Y'all broke the cheat code, right?" So I'm like, "Okay." So now it's like somebody on the sideline like the cheat code. Because I'm hitting, I always hit shots on the layup line. Like I really think I got like a 90% success rate on the layup line. Like
that was your bread and butter at a point.
Kids watching, people watching, like, oh, the cheat code. So it just stuck. So every time Jaden seen me, he always be like, yo, the cheat code. So now Jaden used to go on, Jaden used to be on the Facebook Lives talking about the high school basketball. And whenever I join, whenever somebody join, he shout them out.
Facts.
So whenever I join, he'd be like, there go my boy Cheatcode. So I'm like, I like Cheatcode. Like,
somebody had to be.
Yeah, like, so I changed my gram name to Cheatcode. Right?
Yeah.
Once I changed my gram name to Cheatcode, niggas don't even call me Marc no more, bro. They just call me Cheatcode.
Yeah, when the nicknames stick.
Yeah, so then at first, rightfully so, if you not playing well, you don't deserve to be called no Cheatcode.
That's true.
But I happen to, humbly string some good games together, couple good summers together, and now the name has stuck. And now people call me Cheatcode, and I don't even know them, bro. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I never thought that would happen, bro.
One thing I'll tell you right here with the both of us, the same way I got my nickname, there's people calling me Sway, and same thing.
Yeah.
I've never, that's just the handle.
Yeah.
But it comes from the hard work.
That's a fact.
So let's tailor it. Let's keep it going. Let's get a little personal.
Copy.
Right? So, like I said, I told you I did my research.
Okay.
But we all have lost.
Yeah.
So I was able to find out that you've lost a friend close to you by the name of Dell. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So talk about who that man is, and what he meant to you, and how does he push you in any way?
Yeah, that's crazy. You the GOAT, bro.
I try.
So remember I told you I was in L.A.?
Yes, sir.
So I met Wendell. His name is Wendell Lee. I met him in L.A. And he was like the first person to, welcome me. Like, I'm the New York kid, don't got no friends. He's like, yo, Marc, you gonna come with me. He the first person to start calling me Marc. Like, my name is Marcus, but everybody calls me Marc, and it started with him, literally. But his passion to be great in basketball correlated with mine. So at first, when I first met him, you know, I didn't like him because I'm like, nah, I want to be the best. And he's like, nah, I'm the best. So we already, like, it was like a little button heads thing. But it was one day, my boy was driving me home, and Dale was like, can I get a ride too? So it's just me and Dale in the back seat, and we just forced to talk at this point.
The awkward silence in the vehicle.
Yeah. So then the next day, we had a team dinner. And when Dale was like, yo, Marc, you should come to my house before the dinner. Like, we could leave together. And I'm like, all right. Like, I don't really know nobody. Like, bet. Let's just do it. So from that day, I was just chilling with him every day. Then he introduced me to, you know, everybody else in LA, the basketball world of LA, new friends that are still my best friends now, but it's all through the foundation of Wendell. So yeah, I'll never forget the day I was at Robbers at this point. This is like maybe 4 years after I had met him. My boy Chuck calls me like 8 in the morning. So it's like 5 in the morning in LA. So, you know, Chuck always was out, you know, doing some shit. So I'm like, the fuck Chuck calling me for? Like, I got class. Like, I'm going back to sleep. Called me like 3-4 times. So I still don't answer it. He texts me like, yo, answer the phone, bro. I'm like, yo, Chuck, I'm going to call you after I get out of class. Like, I don't even respond. So, I go to class. 'Cause like I told you, I never was a student. So I probably woke up late. And now that I think about it, I woke up late. I just ran to class. I go through class. I come back now. I'm in the cafeteria. I finally open my phone. And I'm on Instagram. And I'm just seeing Dell. And I seen one, my boy Josh posted it. I'll never forget it, bro. And it was a picture of Dell, and the caption said, all my boy wanted to do was hoop.
Damn.
So at this point, bro, and mind you, I talk to Dell every day. Even when I'm not in LA. He went to school in Kansas. I'm in Rochester. So he not even in LA no more. But we was at the same JUCO, the first JUCO. So that's where I met him. But we all, like, even though we ended up in different states, we still spoke every day. So it was like I never was away from him. And I didn't speak to him for like maybe 2 days before that. And yeah, I just seen it, you know. Everybody was posting it from LA because obviously I still follow a lot of them. Mm-hmm. And then I called Chuck. Chuck was crying. Yeah, that was a bad day, bro. Because I didn't even get to see him. Like, I didn't even get to embrace him the last time. I didn't know that the last time I seen him was going to be the last time. So, you know, I thought we'd meet up overseas one day. Like, that was our dream. Mm-hmm. And he was out one night. Dudes drove by, got out the car, pulled up with guns, and shot him 5 times. And Dell was not a gangbanger. Like, he was not in the hood.
He was not.
Yeah. He was a Christian. Like, he went to church every Sunday. He was so talented, bro. Like, he could sing, he could dance, he could rap, he could do music, he could play basketball. Like, he was so talented in everything, bro. He was never in the streets. So the way he passed through gang violence, it was such a shock. And he used to always tell me when I was in LA, like, Marc, don't be sitting outside, bro. It ain't safe. Like, when you just go in the house. Don't sit in the car. Don't do this. Don't do that. Because people are haters out here. And that happened is ironic because that's the way he passed. So, but, you know, I know he been with me ever since. You know what I'm saying? And his passing brought me and my friends from LA even closer. Now those are my best friends. Like, the circle that we had when we lost Dell, it brought us closer.
So and when things like that happen, I have a quick question more so off of the strength of brothers. You know, I don't want it to sound cliche. I don't want it to sound like a repetitive thing on this one-on-one, but most of the time, all of us have a story. All of us have a connection with somebody. Either we've lost them or they're still here. Mm-hmm. How much has that connection with him brought you to this point today?
Well, Dale was always the hardest worker I knew. So whenever I was working on my game, I would always think of Dale like, I know Dale working out right now, so I gotta be working out right now. Like, I don't want to do this last set, but I know Dale would do it. And even to this day, I didn't know it at the time, but I train kids, and the name of my training company is LeaveYaMarc, right? So Dale left his mark on me. You know what I'm saying? I never had anybody as close as Dale. I never lost somebody as close as Dale was to me. I never lost a friend like that. So I know I can't relax because Dale wouldn't want me to. Because Dale would never relax. Dale would run an extra 3 miles after we just had practice. Dale would put up an extra 500 shots. So now, when I was coming up trying to be a pro, and even after he was gone, that was my motivation. Like, Dale will keep going, so I'm going to keep going.
And we're back. So we're reporting live just to continue the conversation after our quick break. So we talked about the passing of a friend.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Wendell, of course. My condolences.
Yeah.
Because that's never a good way. Gang violence at the end of the day, especially when a person is not even in that type of thing, can be difficult to deal with. But let's pay the conversation forward.
Before we do that, I just want to shout out Chuck and Deanna. I love y'all. So, yeah, we good.
Shout out them for real now.
Yeah.
For real. Next, my question was, you in the beginning you talked about the community center that you currently work at, coaching and developing young talent, youth. Yeah. Talk about it. What ages you work with? What are you going through? How much of an experience that has been to now be the teacher,
right,
while still also being a student of the game?
Right. So I work at Hudson Guild. It's in the west side of Manhattan. It's from ages 14 to 24. It's supposed to be for the kids of that neighborhood. Because it's a project. And it's like, you would think a project in Manhattan is like, it's not tough, but that neighborhood is really rough. And the kids really need some type of guidance. So I'm happy I'm able to provide that for them. But yeah, I'm actually supposed to be doing every sport, but everyone just seems to gravitate to the basketball.
It's the popular, more chance of getting,
Right. It's like pulling teeth to get them to do any other sport. But but yeah, it's free, so anybody that sees you're welcome to come. All you gotta do is just sign up. No vax needed, nothing, just come. And enjoy yourself. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. And then I'm at a middle school, basically as a gym teacher, from 2 to 6. Yeah, it's crazy. The only class I liked.
Yeah.
So from 2 to 6, I'm at a middle school, but just all under the Hudson Guild umbrella.
Okay.
But I'm just stretched into 3 different departments.
How is it, man? You're a
it's a
now.
lot. It's a lot. But I'm built for it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm built for it. I feel like we never really touched on it, but after my second year in England, that's when I finally signed with an agent, and I never got another opportunity to play professionally. It's crazy.
Since you signed with an agent?
I signed with the agent after my second year, and I never got another opportunity to play.
Like, I don't want to sidetrack too much, but
but I say
are you
that
still trying to play?
No. I had an offer last summer before I took the Hudson Guild job, but I took the Hudson Guild job because I knew the longevity of it, and I knew what I had in my hand. So I bring that up to say that it used to be a dark cloud over my head with maybe the next 2 years after my playing days were done, like professionally. Like, damn, I'm not living my dream right now. And it was like, I was depressed, I had lost my grandmother, so I was going through it. Mm-hmm. But now, after I went through the storm, it was like, I look at it like this, like, okay, I didn't need another opportunity. So let me hold myself accountable and say, okay, cool, I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough to get another contract. So now this next phase of my life, which is, being at Hudson Guild and being a basketball trainer or mentoring kids, I'm going to be good enough at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way I'm going to fail twice. You feel me?
I don't think some people could have that conversation with
Yeah,
yourselves.
yeah. And it was a tough conversation. It took me a long time to have the epiphany. But I'm like, yo, I wasn't good enough as a basketball player to continue my career. So this next phase, which can last longer than a basketball career, I'm going to be elite. And it has nothing to even do with my skills as a basketball trainer, because the work is going to speak for itself. But I really want to make an impact on every person that comes across my life. I want to make their lives better. That's really, it's not even about me getting a kid and working him out and he goes to the NBA. I swear to God, that's not my goal.
Okay.
My goal is not to be the best trainer in New York City. My goal is to impact the lives to where this guy could hit me up, or this girl could hit me up for anything in her life and say, I'm going through something. It doesn't have to just be basketball. So I really want to leave my mark on every client I come in contact with. That's my dream, bro. And I know I'm going to be elite at it. I know I am.
Yeah, you're one of the few people in my life that I when I look at my life, I'm saying I've been surrounded by people that are going to make it.
Yeah.
And whatever their niche is, whatever they believe their thing is. And I believe you found it. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Passion is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about the youth, because we're still here. So
yeah.
I also, man, I did my research on you. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Love.
I see that talk about the day a young man walked in your gym,
Yeah.
and then walked out with a D1 scholarship.
Yeah, so it all comes full circle, right? So I get the job. I announce that I get the job. Everybody's happy for me. I was already at a place called Basketball City, but I was under my guy named Mike Collins, who's like the second to Tippy for me. Besides maybe G-Dot. They're fighting for silver right now.
Correct.
But I was there, coaching kids, and I was able to transition into Hudson Guild, right? Through the help of my guy Cliff. It's a lot of people I could shout out. But I get the job. I announce it. Tippy says, yo, I'm going to come through, see what you're working with over there. And it's the first time I got full free reign of a gym. Because I got Basketball City, I got free reign, but, I got a boss and he got a boss. So, we can't really do everything that we really want to do.
But this one is
like, they said, Marcus, the gym is yours. Like, do your thing. Like, we don't even know what to do. Like, this, if you want to elevate, we going to need you to do it. So I'm like, cool. So it starts day one. I start having workouts, right, with the kids that's in there. Now, obviously, this is going to filter out the kids that don't really care about basketball, that were just using a rec center as a rec center. It's a chill out spot because it's cold outside. They want to be with their friends. So it filters out the kids that don't really care about basketball, and it still leaves about like 80% of the kids. So every day, the workouts is getting more and more and more and more kids. So I'm like, okay. I tell Tip, like, all right, now's the time to come through because I got a good like 20 kids in here. I didn't want him to come to a workout with 6 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as we
build
start building up, this tall, light-skinned kid, lanky, walks in the gym. So we start doing drills. I split them up into 4 different parts, right? So it's a wing, a wing, a wing, a wing, because it's one full court. So me and Tippy are sitting on the table, sitting at the table, and the right wing on this court is like right in front of us. And the kid is like going hard. He took his shirt off, which you're not allowed to do.
He still did it anyway.
He didn't know.
But
So he took his shirt off, and I'm like, okay. Yo, you got to put your shirt on. So he's like, all right. So he puts his shirt on, but now I'm noticing the kid because he's doing the moves right, dunking. So I'm like, yo. Tip's like, who is that? I'm like, I'd never seen the kid a day in my life. Like, I don't know him. He's like, really? He's like, bring him over here. So the kid walks over here. He's from England. It's crazy. He's from England, right? So he's living in New York with his uncle to try to everybody from England, they want to come to America to try to, the education is the best over here. So they want to come to America, but everybody in America wants to go to England overseas to play. So it's crazy how that works.
Yeah, it works.
But he's over here. He's staying with his uncle. He's like, yo, I've been here for a year, and my visa is about to expire. And, I've been trying to find a school. And if I don't find a school, I'm going to go back home. Right? This is what he's telling me and Tippy. So a day goes by. Tippy's like, yo, is that kid Michael coming to your gym today? I'm like, I think so. So I hit the kid up on Instagram. I'm like, yo, make sure you come to the gym today. He comes to the gym. Tippy's there. And, we work out again. I think Tippy set this one up to see if it was a fluke. You know what I'm saying? So the kid comes. He does his thing again. The next day, Tippy calls me and says, Michael is going to sign with Central Methodist, a Division I NAIA in, I forgot, I think it might have been Wisconsin or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. Tippy's like, yeah, I made the call. So just bring him. I got the letter of intent. Just bring him. We're gonna set up. We're gonna do it at Hudson Guild. I'm like, all right. Now Tippy don't talk on the phone. This is the crazy part.
So this is probably the first time you're hearing him put.
This probably the third. This probably like the third. He actually FaceTimes me. He FaceTimes me, bro. Now remember I told you he's deaf, so he FaceTimes me. But he can read lips very well. So he's like, yeah, bring him to the gym. Bring him to the gym. Make sure he's there early. I'm gonna have the letter of intent, and you don't be late. All right then. See you later. Go to the gym. Tippy brings all the paperwork. The kid comes. He signs. He leaves the next week, bro. And the crazy part is, once my job found out about this, I'm like gold now. It's like, wow, Marcus is getting kids scholarships. But it's not me. It's really Tippy.
But because
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and that's why I want to do what I do now. It all branches off Tippy, because Tippy left his mark on New York City, and I want to do the same. If I can even get to 50% of what Tippy did, then I'll be fulfilled in life. I don't got no kids yet. I plan on having some, but this is my kid right now. LeaveYaMarc is my kid, and I wanna really leave my mark, bro.
Okay, so as we tailor down into the conversation, the last stretch.
Yeah.
This is a new thing on one-on-ones. I'm gonna start doing this more.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fire off a phrase or a term or a name, and
okay.
I just want you to give a quick couple sentences how you feel about it.
Got you.
All right. So first one, ADC.
Family, and I love him.
Coach Tippy.
The GOAT. And my pops. That's my second pops. Cause I got a real my biological father's in my life, very much in my life, love him to death. Mm-hmm. But without Tippy, I wouldn't be here. So
copy. Yeah. And last but not least, LeaveYaMarc.
LeaveYaMarc. LeaveYaMarc is gonna be something that I want to live on forever. And when I'm gone off this earth, I want people to remember me for being selfless and really trying to help anybody that came in contact with me. I want them to be able to say Marc was real. And yeah, man, LeaveYaMarc is my heart. It's what I wake up and think about every day.
And last but not least, family.
Family. I know they say that you're not supposed to have a big circle. You know, people keep your circle tight. But I have a big circle. Like, I have like 4 or 5 different sets of friends that I feel like are all very, very close to me. And I feel like that's a testament of myself, because they all love me, which makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And there's nobody that's in my circle that can't call me and depend on me. I'll give my last. And I want everybody in my circle, everybody that's in my circle knows who's in my circle. And they all know that they could call and depend on me. If I got it, they got it. So that's my family right there.
So this is where you get your 15 seconds, 2 minutes. What do you want to say to the people? You could look directly into that camera. Just let them know what's on your mind real quick before we end off the show, man.
Listen, man, I just want to say thank you to this guy, Sway. Thank you to the team. He's going to be elite. Trust me, bro. You got this. Y'all watch out for your boy. ADC, man. This summer's going to be a big summer. LeaveYaMarc. We got some things in the works. Some sneaky stuff. I'm going to tell you when we get off camera.
Yes, sir.
But everybody, man, chase your passion and believe in yourself. You can do anything you want to do. That's
All
it.
right. Appreciate you for
Appreciate
being on
you.
here.
Appreciate
That's
you, bro.
another installment.
Yes,
Sway Reporting Live One-on-One Sit Down. Cheatcode Marc,
Yes, sir.
Marcus, everything. Man, I hope y'all enjoy this one. This is definitely a powerful one. And of course, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.
Cheatcode, 3-ball, money.
I feel like Zay is one of the best guards in the city, if not the best. I just try to feed off him, man. He's one of our captains, along with myself. And we just try to lead by example.
One time. Space out, 3-ball. Another one. Another one. Hey, one more. Cheatcode. 3-ball in the air. Looked out by Jeremy. Fake it, step through, fade away, no good pass. Hey! 2 for $1? Drop the fantasies. Walk up, 3-ball! Oh, big shot right here. Big shot right there. Beautiful goals!
I have my moments, but I also don't feel like I lived up to what I was supposed to do. So I got to be better, and we have to be better.